Dragon Age Origins was rated M for mature by the ESRB and contains blood, intense violence, language, partial nudity, and sexual content. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone, my name is Amaronith and I play games for the internet, and today we're playing Dragon Age Origins. We're picking up from where the game crashed last time and have just entered the Diamond Quarter.
Atrasvala.
On Dwarven Propriety. Second thing. It is agreed that no rules of procedure were explicitly broken, but a 5-day filibuster is nonetheless worthy of censure. Division of House Gorosmote property was deliberated for a full session, and forfeiture of the southern estate deemed a necessity, since the birth of young Cade necessitates his elevation to noble status. And it is unthinkable for a noble's family to live in the slums. It is the responsibility of their father to accommodate the placement of his family. It is not possible to simply generate new space in the Diamond Quarter without compromising Tig's structural integrity. Lord Dace's comment that if Lord Gorosmote, whatever, didn't want a new heir, he shouldn't have slummed for a concubine was indeed inappropriate, but the proper procedure for resolution through proving was followed. Both parties agreed to accept his retraction, and that the matter is considered separate and closed. The decision of the Assembly regarding the placement of the Duncote clan stands. From a writ of the Assembly Zoning Council regarding the placement of the Duncote clan.
Is it true that surfacer elves are murderers and thieves?
Oh, items. I wonder what we stole from him. Probably the, spirit shard.
Is it true there's civil war on the surface, too?
Yes.
Greetings.
Greetings.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
News of the hour. Lord Balin promises radical changes that will offend the ancient paragons. Have our traditions no value?
Are you the Grey Warden they're talking about?
I am.
Atrasvala.
Hello. Yoink. That's Haramont's estate. Alright, right, as I was saying, before, in the last, episode, we'll, talk to the Shaperate before talking to either Balin or Haramont, and I'm not too keen on helping Balin, honestly.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory. This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Hello.
I hope you'll support Lord Haramont.
Orzammar welcomes the Grey Wardens. Orzammar welcomes the Grey Wardens.
Right.
News of the hour. Lord Haramont entrenched in the past. How long can he ignore that Orzammar must change to survive?
Good day, Grey Warden.
Ancestors watch your path, Grey Warden.
Such
Greetings.
big houses they have.
Oh. Yeah. New codex entry.
Wonder why they decided to build a city around streams of lava. It's an accident waiting to happen.
It's probably to keep the friggin' city warm because they're underground.
Your service to House Iduken does you credit.
I hear there's a war going on the surface.
There is.
We are glad to have you here, Warden.
Thank you.
The Prince values your support, Warden.
About that.
Your service to House Iduken does you credit.
I'm not serving anybody up there. Shaperate.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories?
You're right.
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
I guess actually our next visit is to Dust Town. But oh, books. And people, I guess.
Perhaps you should stand over there instead.
Fuck off.
Excuse me, I can't chat.
Book!
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
Oh, sounds important. Looking to hire help.
Not exactly, but I'm looking for any birth records from the old Ortan Tig. It fell in the last blight, and my mother's family claims to be related. If I'm an Ortan, it means I'm noble. I'd have my own house, a seat in the assembly. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
I'm a Grey Warden. I'm not afraid of the deep roads.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrimont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking, it's almost too much to hope.
Not talk to you just yet.
Are you looking for records of the Grey Wardens? We have many.
Excellent.
I'm sorry, you'll have to bother someone else with your questions.
And book.
Let's get started.
Book.
On it.
Thingy. Book. Book. I'm sorry, I'd have to walk around to get that one. one's about the Legion of the Dead. Book.
This should be easy enough.
And a chest. In search of the true prophet. Huh. Gloves of diligence. I'd have to look up it. You alright? Really? Uh-huh. Do you have opinions on Andraste? Cat. Oh. Harley. Please. Oh, so cute. Oh. Right. Where were we? Oh! Book! Am I missing anything? Thunk, 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 thunk. That's people, people, people. Alright, I can talk to you now.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
How do you know who I am?
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
Oh, right. Let's talk about Orzammar, Lord Shaper.
Ask, and I shall do my best to answer.
What's the difference between an ancestor and a paragon?
All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to paragon. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name.
And that's what Branka was.
Branka is a paragon, now and into death. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status.
Where's Branka now?
She went into the deep roads 2 years ago seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned.
Okay. How did the caste system come to be?
According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloadlik, was the wisest and was chosen king. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Giachet, trained his sons to defend their king. They became the warrior caste. Shotgyar founded the artisans. Orzatyar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons.
What about the casteless?
The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them and no families to claim them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young.
What? It seems easy for you to dismiss them.
Their births are not recorded in the memories. In Orzammar, they do not exist. Is there something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
Tell me some of Orzammar's history.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
Where's Kal Sharok?
At the other side of the old Empire. During the last Blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the Blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
With good reason. How did you lose your golems?
The Paragon Caridin, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caridin's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Golems like this?
Yes. We have only a few dozen left in Orzammar, and I do not recognize this one. Where did you find it? Every golem is precious to us. We'd pay a good sum for a new find.
I'd sooner jump into a pit of lava.
Unfortunate. Was there anything else? I must tell the rest of the Shaperate about this discovery.
I apologize for the crunching noises in the background, but it was the only way to get Harley off of my desk. Where is Kal Sharok?
At the other side of the old Empire. During the last Blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive.
Fuck.
Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the Blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
Right. I should specify the crunching noises are Harley eating treats. Not that Harley has been harmed in any way. It's just my cat having some treats. Yeah. Oh, crunch, crunch, crunch. Enough history. Let's talk basic Ozma again.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
I asked all of these. Let's go back to my first question.
Please, speak your mind.
Right. That guy. I would like your permission to open a chantry here?
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city.
I come on behalf of Brother Burkle, a cleric of Redcliffe.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
The chantry's charities could greatly aid Orzammar.
What sort of charities do you mean?
The chantry cares for widows and orphans.
Traditionally, that is their extended family's responsibility, but sometimes people fall through the cracks. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
No, I thank you for your time.
I will record this conversation in the memories. I hope I do not come to regret it.
So that's all our business here. Maybe before we talk to Lord Harrowmont, let's go talk with Brother Burkle. And if I remember right, he was close to Dust Town, wasn't he? And that's where the castless go, from what I understand.
News of the hour. Does Lord Harriman think that Orzammar can hold off the dwarves forever? The Assembly demands an answer.
News of the hour. Is Lord Balin considering a dissolution of the ancient clans? He refuses to comment in the Assembly.
And there is one more place that we haven't gone, and that is... Oh, right. And the palace...
Let's get started.
Right. That's Garen. Every time I do that, it makes me think of Yatata, Yatata, the Ranma half theme. Oh, can't believe I nearly missed that. Always press tab. Oh no.
Andraste teaches that patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper.
He agreed to let you hold your prayer meetings.
Oh, praise the Maker! You truly walk in the light, friend. I already found a convert among the merchants who offered his shop as a temporary chantry. It's just by the tapsters. Please, come to our first service.
I would rather not, I assume it's this shop that I can't actually enter. Yeah, the textures are, doing a thing. Let's hit up Dusttown.
Let me guess. This is where the poor people live.
Gee. You think?
There's a rich one.
What?
Get plenty for their fit when out of it.
Let's get started.
Right, man.
Right. Let's get started.
Move and parry, strike and kill! On your guard!
Feather team.
Okay. That dealt with.
Right.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform.
I'm Farria, a Grey Warden.
Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few connections above ground.
I'd have to hear what you're asking.
Human kings, you know, they make these ridiculous laws. Like about who gets to buy and sell Lyrian, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
Must be dangerous if you're paying so much.
More so for someone like you, I guess. Most dwarves born down here have a natural immunity. Other races, there are problems if they spend too long with the ore. The real issue is that lyrium's valuable. It's only found down here, and human mages can't work without it.
I don't have that kind of money.
Long as you keep your eyes down and your mouth shut, we've got no further business.
Ace's friend.
Whoever you're looking for, it's not me, I swear.
All right.
I see the way they all look at me. They think I'm less than dirt.
I don't. On dwarven property. There's another one. Oh, and 312. I'll have to read that in a minute. Your efforts have been exemplary, but these self-proclaimed cartels must defer to the Assembly and restore order. Exclusion from caste and society is no excuse. Perhaps suggest that it would be a simple matter to march on the quarter, or simpler still to withdraw infrastructure support. A tunnel breach would be most unfortunate, but current policy direction inhibits... Wow! But current policy direction prohibits any deals that would legitimize cartel operations. Downward pressure on certain elements of our society has proven useful in shoring up the economy with an excess of affordable labor. It also encourages enlistment in the Legion of the Dead, the one accepted path to partial redemption and a vital force on our weakening front lines. This model suffers when criminals create their own hierarchies with alternative methods of social advancement. Every stone has a face that can't be carved, a side that must be earthward. We need their so-called dust town, but it would be inadvisable to include that in your negotiations. We have the utmost faith in you, Captain. The rest is obscured by bloodstains. From a confidential Assembly directive regarding proliferation of cartels. And, Article 312. The Shaper's Life. The blessing of the Shaperate is given only to those who walk with the stone. It is a path that cuts deep, and the road is far from secure. But those who desire to work in memory must first honor it. Document the stone, protect her, and present a new history to the memories. Only then will the blessing of the Shaperate be upon you. From the Shaper's Life. Shady Corbett.
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here.
I'm looking for a thief who dared to steal from the Shaperate.
Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn this person in? You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
Excellent!
Proving receipt. Quest updated. keep looking for the thief. The thief didn't have the stolen tome. The receipt on his body suggests that he may have passed it to someone in the proving grounds. Well, we're definitely going to have to go there at some point.
Coin. You got any coin? I haven't eaten since yesterday.
I'd give if...
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
Yes, I did.
My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
You just have to hold on real tight with your feet.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh?
I have to go now.
Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there. Yes? Why is someone like you hanging about Dusttown so much?
I have to go now.
Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
You got a crust of bread to spare?
What that I could.
Spare a bit for the needy? Have you a coin to spare, milady? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
Why doesn't your son's father help you?
A question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout. And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my family unless I... But no! I can't bear to even think of it!
What does your family want you to do?
My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
That's horrible.
I cannot abandon my baby. The Shapers teach that only children of true lineage exist, not those born casteless. But they never carried a child. He cries like any other infant, and smiles when he's warm and full. I can't kill him because of an accident of birth, an accident I forced on him.
Maybe I could reason with your family.
You would do that? But why?
I don't like to see a child suffer.
Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promised.
Yes, I could have sent her to the Chantry, but no, I refuse.
You looking for some excitement, honey? You came to the right place.
Pass, thank you. I got myself a right head back home. Snooping, 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 snooping. Oh. I was kind of hoping there'd be something else here. This is the house that you live in. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wiggle the camera around like that. This is the house that you live in when you play as the Dwarven Commoner Warden. So, that's exciting.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dusttown. Help a poor cripple.
Here's 5 silvers. Buy yourself some food.
You're as kind as you are beautiful. I owe you when I get back on my feet. If my feet still worked. It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the Diamond Quarters, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezda to fill?
How'd you get crippled?
I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper.
Ouch. Can they just get away with that?
I don't know where you're from, but in Orzammar, casteless have no lineage, so it's no crime to hurt you. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dust Town.
What do you mean by brand?
Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place.
Where's a body go to get drunk around here?
If you have that kind of coin, Salroka, you don't want to drink what they've got here. Take yourself up to Tapster's. Long as your face isn't branded, they've got anything you want.
Well, I should get going.
I'll just stay out of your way then.
I don't want that. Oh. Let's get going. Tapsters, huh?
What are you looking at, stranger?
Are you Ordell?
I could be. What business is it of yours?
If you don't take Zarlinda back, she'll die.
What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it?
Could you pretend your child never existed?
I've been trying. It's not as easy as I thought. Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
And then he vanished.
On it.
So now we're just gonna be running back and forth between here and Dust Town. Or... something tells me we're gonna have to come back through here again later. I don't care. Let's just run around like we have no heads. It's fine. It's fine. We'll come in here on our way back. Hey, Zerlinda.
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say?
Your father wants you both to come home.
Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
Oh. Okay. Hello, Animal.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
This doesn't look like a store.
Well, our business is kind of covert, if you know what I mean. It's illegal in Orzammar for me to engage in protected trade, but they look the other way if I share things with my friends. For money.
I have some spare equipment. What'll you give me?
Why don't you take a look?
Alright. Ooh. Need all of this. Caddis of the Trickster. Senior enchanters win. Yeah, she's already wearing that. Caddis of Trickster. Some efforts boots. Alright, toodles. Okay, but yeah, shale. Yeah, any gemstone that says remarkable and is marked as a gift is for shale.
Very nice indeed.
And now we're 100% approval. Yay. Okay. Well, that's all that sorted. Let's... didn't find any more nugs. Oh. Rune plate, that's all the way over there, but I didn't.
This should be easy
see
enough.
That on Shapers. Orzammar has carved a legacy from the stone, but history is more than the comings and goings that fill the streets. These caverns are old cuts and well-traveled. The true will of the stone is revealed far from the halls of politics and commerce. The Shaper must step away from the familiar and seek out the revelations from the frontier or buried streets from paths abandoned. The Shaper must first walk away if he is to return. First steps from the Shaper's life. Let's mark over there. Once I can get past those guys, I can get to the rune plate. But let's go to the diamond quarter, and hopefully my game won't crash again. Okay.
Raise your voice in support of Lord. King of Orzammar and our future savior!
Okay. I'll stop here for now, and next time we'll go talk to Lord Harrowmont and see what there is to see, and maybe get an explanation on what the hell is going on here in Orzammar. But until then, bye-bye.